Hello everyone, I am Gurnas and today I am going to talk about something we all experience almost every day but rarely deeply think about it, the psychology of first impressions. Have you ever met someone and instantly decided whether you liked them or not? Maybe you thought someone looked confident, friendly, rude, or intelligent even before they said much. What is surprising is that these decisions usually happen within seconds. Psychologists suggest that our brains are wired to make quick judgments. This happens because our mind wants to quickly decide whether a person is safe, trustworthy, or similar to us. In earlier times, this ability helped humans survive. Today, it still affects how we interact socially. There are several psychological concepts that explain how first impressions actually work. The first is the speed of judgment. Research suggests that people form impressions within the first 7 to 30 seconds of meeting someone new. Before you even complete your introduction, others may have already formed an opinion about you. For example, imagine walking into a classroom with a straight posture, steady eye contact, and a slight smile. Now, compare that to walking in while looking down, avoiding eye contact, and slouching. Even without speaking, the impression created is completely different in both of these cases. The second concept is known as the halo effect. This occurs when one positive trait influences how people perceive your other qualities. For instance, if someone appears confident and well dressed, people may automatically assume that the person is intelligent, capable, or responsible. A single positive signal creates a halo around the person, affecting the overall perception. However, this effect can also work negatively. One negative trait can sometimes overshadow other positive qualities. Another important psychological factor is the nonverbal communication. Studies show that a larger part of communication is nonverbal. Our facial expressions, tone of voice, gestures, and posture send strong messages. Sometimes these signals speak louder than our actual words. For example, if someone says, I am confident, but avoids eye contact and speaks very softly, the message may not seem convincing. This shows how powerful body language is in forming first impressions. There is also something called confirmation bias. Once we form an initial impression, we tend to look for information that supports it. If we think someone is friendly, we notice their kind actions more. If we think someone is unfriendly, we may focus on small negative behaviors. This makes first impressions even harder to change. This brings us to the final concept, the lasting impact of the first impressions. First impressions are surprisingly different to reverse. As said, first impression lasts forever. Even when new information proves our initial judgment wrong, that first image often remains in our mind. For example, if someone seems rude during the first meeting, it may take several positive interactions to change that particular perception. This shows how strong and long lasting early impressions can be. Understanding the psychology of first impressions is especially important in communication, whether it is in a classroom presentation, a job interview, or even meeting new people socially. The way we present ourselves matters. Our confidence, clarity of speech, posture, and eye contact all contributes to the image we create. However, it is also important to remember that first impressions are not always accurate. They are quick judgments and sometimes they can be biased or incomplete. Therefore, while we should try to create a positive impression, we should also give others a fair chance beyond the first meeting. In conclusion to all of my topic, first impressions are fast, powerful, and long lasting. By being aware of how we communicate, both verbally and non verbally, we can create a positive and confident impression. Thank you.